folks, it's Jim, Old Coop Camper, coming at you after, I don't know what, 4 months or so away from the whole YouTube video thing and the Old Coop Camper YouTube channel. Sorry about that. Truth is, just been busy. Life got in the way, and not in a bad way. I just got really busy with work and a few other things, including a few UTV trips to the Nicolet National Forest in northern Wisconsin. I don't know if you guys have ever gone UTVing. We bought a Polaris 900. I'll see if I can put a picture of that on the video. It's sort of a cross between an ATV and a dune buggy, but it is a blast, especially in northern Wisconsin where they've converted all the snowmobile trails to UTV trails, and some it is an absolute hoot. We ended up going to Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. Boy, I can see if you're from the north why people want to move down there. It's beautiful, but when you add all that stuff together and then work, I just didn't really seem to have a lot of time to go camping. In fact, it was like a total of, I want to say 7 days of camping last year. Not a great return on the purchase of my brand new Tab 400 camper, which I used only a few times, obviously. But hey, the good news is nothing broke, everything worked. But hey, what could go wrong after only 7 days? Maybe I should knock on wood on that. But anyway, forget I said that. It is between Christmas and New Year's now, so I thought I'd take a little bit of time and create another video in case anybody's watching. But if you are, I'll give you a little bit of idea of what I'm thinking about for next year. Appreciate any feedback that you have on this. And also, I'm thinking about a new tow vehicle. Talk about that as well. And we'll be looking for a new one and would appreciate any input on that. Anyway, for next year, I do have 5 camping trips planned and booked at Wisconsin State Parks. I'm a Wisconsin State Park guy, but we'll be going to places like Richard Bong recreational area. That's sort of the trial run for this season. That's just by my house. And then there is Wyalusing State Park in the southwestern part of the state, where the Wisconsin and the Mississippi River converge. It's really beautiful out there. Kettle Moraine State Park in the middle. Harrington Beach State Park, which is on the shores of Lake Michigan. And then also we'll be going to the famous Peninsula State Park in Door County, Wisconsin. So if you remember, Wisconsin sort of is like a thumb, or is it this way? I'm not sure which thumb, depends on which way you're looking at. Anyway, this part of the state goes up into Lake Michigan's on one side, Sturgeon Bay on the other, and it's really pretty. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to that, and hopefully I'm late enough in the year that I really get those northern Wisconsin changes of colors in the trees, which is just amazing if you get a chance to go up there. So speaking of camping and the Tab, so the Tab is stored. It's stored indoors. I found a place where they store all kinds of stuff. It's $250 for the season, and you can store it anytime starting like the end of October, and they keep it indoors all the way through April 1st, and if there's snow on the ground, then they keep it until the snow melts, but you have to pick it up by May 1st. Kind of wondering what happens if you don't. Do they sell the darn thing? Anyway, $250. It's not heated. There's no electric in there, so I can't trickle charge the battery. But anyway, indoor storage, $250 seemed like a pretty good deal. And I think my first video will be whether or not the Tab actually survived the winter. You know, I did winterize it, so I went through that whole routine where I poured the stuff in and made sure the lines had all that pink fluid in there so they don't freeze. I did turn off the battery. It was fully charged. We'll see how that works. Hopefully the batteries won't run down and I won't have to buy new batteries because those things are expensive as hell. And on the Tab, I would have taken them out and put a trickle charge on them at home, except that the way they built the camper, it's like they built the whole camper around the battery casing. And taking it out is really a pain in the butt. And I talked to some people and they said, no, it should be fine, should be fine. So we'll see if it's fine or not. I'll let you know. But anyway, my first video will be whether or not the Tab actually survived the winter. After summer, this next summer, I will be retiring. As a result of that, once I retire, and because I drive like 100 miles a day to and from work, I need a vehicle with good gas mileage, but once I retire, I won't need that anymore, so I'll be looking for a new tow vehicle because, as I've mentioned in some of my other videos, if you've watched them, the Toyota Highlander, relative to towing the Tab 400, because of that tongue weight, is just not such a great vehicle. It works in Wisconsin. It'll be fine for the summer, but I do plan on doing some other trips out west in particular, and I need a new tow vehicle. I'm not going to use the Highlander for that, so would appreciate any input because, again, the Highlander doesn't work so well. It doesn't work at all at the moment because it's deer season here in Wisconsin, and I got a deer, not with a gun, but with my car. Yep, hit a deer and on the right front quarter panel, and it obliterated the quarter panel, bent the hood, dented both doors on the passenger side and the rear quarter panel. Yeah, so front to back, I got the whole thing. Got my money's worth out of that deer. So anyway, I'm thinking about 3 different vehicles. Appreciate any input you guys might have on that. One is the Toyota Tacoma. Second, I'm thinking about the Dodge Ram. I've got a couple of buddies that have those, and in particular, one of the features on the new Ram, I'm not sure how much it costs, I haven't looked, is this thing that lowers automatically the tailgate to help you hitch. And boy, I could really use it. Am I the only guy that has like panic attacks over hitching the trailer? 2 times now, I've unhitched the trailer from my car and then found out to rehitch it, I actually had to get a jack to jack up the tongue because the ball hitch on the car was too high. How the hell did that happen? I mean, I hitched it to the car in the first place. I don't know if it was the angle. I don't know what's going on. But whenever I go camping, if the vehicle or the trailer is even remotely level front to back, I don't unhitch it because then I don't have to worry about how long it's going to take me to hitch it or getting that ball in there or having to jack up the tongue. It's crazy. Anyway, I know that the one of the Dodge Ram 1500 features is that they've got this thing, you press a button and it goes up, it goes down. It's like, it seems like it's awesome. Plus they got an integrated electronic brake, which I like that too. And then there's the Ford F-150, which is a beast when it comes to towing, has the integrated trailer brake, but also has that little knob where you don't use your steering wheel when you're backing up a trailer. You turn this little knob, and if you turn it to the right, the trailer goes to the right. If you turn to the left, the trailer goes to the left. So you don't have to think, oh, I want the trailer to go right, so I have to turn left, and vice versa. Anyway, I don't know if any of you guys have any experience with any of those vehicles. Would appreciate any input if there's anybody out there even listening to this. Finally, this is a camping channel for the most part, on the Tab 400 channel. But I am going to Vail this year skiing in March. I've got a season pass for Vail resorts, and they own a bunch of them, including one in my area. And so I am going to hobnob with the rich and famous, or maybe just the rich. I don't know if I'll see anybody famous there or not. Hopefully they won't notice that the only thing I can afford while I'm there is mac and cheese and water, although I do understand that a bowl of mac and cheese on the mountain is probably around $25 or $30 anyway. Let me know if you're interested in seeing any video of that. I might give that a try, see what it looks like, and let you all know how the rich and famous or the other half live when I go there. Well, that's it for now. I hope you all had a Merry Christmas and have a very enjoyable and safe New Year's, and hopefully we will see you either after my Vail trip or certainly when I pull the Tab out of storage in the spring. Take care, everyone. Thanks.